With much pride and privilege, we introduce to you a great missionary of our province. It is none other than Sister Theresina Joseph, who had been a missionary in Africa for 10 years. She hails from the family of Kurikulam and the third child of Mr. Joseph and Annamma. Let's watch more and be inspired. Sister Theresina, welcome to this session, and we are happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
Can you tell us something about your religious vocation?
Yes, sister. I am a Canossian for the past 44 years. We are 10 children in the family, 8 girls and 2 boys. When I was in the 9th standard, I happened to see an exhibition of different congregations. I collected some leaflets and kept at home. When I finished my SLC, I met some Canossian aspirants who invited me to join the Canossians. I went home and looked for the leaflets. To my surprise, I found only the Canossian leaflets. I took it as this is my vocation to the Canossians.
That's great. God has His own ways. So then how did you become a missionary?
There is a story behind it. In 1968, when I was leaving home for the convent to join, my younger brother kept a picture of Saint Francis Xavier in my handbag. When I went to the convent, I looked at it, and behind there was a prayer, "You can become a missionary." I began to say that prayer without any intention. And when I finished my final vows, my provincial asked me to go to Africa. The first thought went to Saint Francis Xavier and Saint Teresa of Child Jesus.
So Saint Francis Xavier and Saint Teresa of Child Jesus, are they your missionary models?
Yes, they are also, and I got a privilege to make my final commitment at Goa in Saint Francis Xavier's church. And I remember the words of our founders, Saint Magdalene of Canossa, to go to the ends of the world and proclaim His good news where there is no love for Jesus, to make Jesus known and loved.
Sister Theresina, you had been in Africa for long 10 years. You might have had some wonderful experiences there. Can you narrate some of them?
Yes, sister. I was in Tanzania for 8 years and in Uganda 2 years. I was teaching the girls, those who finished 7th standard, English, drawing, needlework, cooking, cleaning, etc., to become a good woman. And I also taught them catechism. Especially I was teaching the gospel, reading and explaining.
That means you learned the language. Have you had any language course?
Yes, I learned the language. When we go to the missions, there is a center to teach the language. In Tanzania, it is called Kiswahili. So we learn the language and go to the apostolate.
What are some of the difficulties that you faced being there in the mission?
Yes, there are. Our convent is a remotest place where there is no electricity, no newspaper, no television, no telephone, nothing. And once a month only we used to get the post.
Any frightening experiences as such?
We were afraid of terrorists and some robbers.
What about food and climate, sister?
It's a beautiful nature there, like Kerala, cultivation and all like. And their favorite food is grasshoppers. They fry and eat. I too enjoyed it. It is very delicious.
What advice would you give to young girls who wish to become a missionary?
To my young sisters, I can say, God has called to do the will of God, to take courage and strength, to go to the missions and proclaim the good news. As Magdalene said, to take challenge and go to the missions.
Thank you, Sister Theresina, for narrating your missionary experience with much simplicity and tenderness.
You are welcome, sister.
Pope Francis exhorts us to be missionaries with God's tenderness. Let us all strive to be missionaries with God's tenderness by following the path of our Mother Foundress, Saint Magdalene of Canossa, and all our great missionary mothers in heaven. Thank you.